real. This guy's AFK though. So.
Easy go.
Alright everybody, it's Sixth Gear Freak, and I don't know why I haven't done this video sooner, but what we're going to do is I got some gameplay going on right now, and I'm going to talk over it and kind of give you guys an idea of my tips and tricks, so to say, of how to play Call of Duty. We get asked all the time, you know, how are we so good? Obviously, I wasn't good at that point, but just a little bit of background. We've played Call of Duty since it's come out. It's been a game that's always brought me and my friends together. So it's always been a fun game for us to play. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of other information here. My system is hardwired. I do not play Wi-Fi. I play on a gaming monitor, and I do have an Elite controller. And let's see what else. I guess that would be it. So I don't have, like, you know, any specialty anything, or I guess the Elite controller might count for something that way, but for the most part, it is, you know, I try to make the system as best as it can be. Now, the other thing that really helps out too is the fact that I have been playing with the same group of guys for a long time. We most of us have been friends since high school, and we've been playing together for years. So there's a lot of times when you watch our videos, you're going to hear us talking constantly.
Dude,
and we play this game so much that we constantly know what to let each other know, so what, you know, we can say, hey, what's going on in the match. We tell when everybody flips. So you've always got an idea of where your guys are going to be coming from. So now let's get down to some of the tips that I use a lot when I play the game, and a lot of people don't tend to use, I guess, as much. So I do hip fire a lot. You will see me when I'm running around that I use hip fire a bunch. A lot of people will take their time to pull up and then shoot. I start shooting and then pull up, and the reason being is just because of the fact that there's a good chance that as you're hip firing, you're going to get them before they get a chance to get you, and that tends to happen a lot.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Fast.
I hit him.
That was
And
me.
look, I'm not gonna lie, I do team kill. You just saw right there. We play hardcore. You know, people complain and say, "Oh, hardcore is too easy." Well, guess what? Yeah, it is easier to kill somebody. I do like it to be a little bit more realistic, but at the same time, it is easier for them to kill me. But they can't do that either. So, but I guess the way that I play is what I would call predictive gaming, and the way I say this is predictive, or I guess you could call it predictive. Majority of the people are going to run the same routes all the time. If you know the major routes on the map, and you can, I don't want to say camp them, but I move around on the major maps, or on the major routes, and that's where I get a lot of my kills. Hey, love that one.
Dude, they got this one guy that keeps getting spawned in, that he's not there, and I just keep getting free headshots off of him.
So I tend to look at your major routes, and you'll catch a lot of people running these routes, and that's how I'm able to go and get my high numbers that we do. Now, I've also had people say, you didn't get as many kills as I thought you would. Well, you know what? When you play with a group of guys and you each are fighting for 20 plus kills a game, and there's only 75 points, sometimes you're not going to get those high scores. But we all try to stay positive. Obviously, right here, as you can see, my kills are just racking up. I'll be honest with you, I'm not playing with all the guys that I normally would, and these guys are just giving me the points right now. But like I said, it's that predictive mindset. It's when you know where people are going to run, it's easier to run to that area and hip fire, getting, you know, random kills. And then once you get to that aisle or that lane that you're going to be looking at, that's when you pull up and you start aiming and you get those more precise kills. You're going to notice a lot of your Call of Duty maps have what they call, I guess they would call it 3 major lanes. You're going to have a right, left, and a middle. Lots of people, you know, they camp certain areas. So if you know the areas that they're camping, you can go rush there and get them before they get to that spot, which is always nice. I try to, like I said, I try to go and get the lane that I know that they're going to come for. Like I'm trying right here. I know that everybody's going to be running up on that side, so what do? I run over there and I try to beat them there first. Now, the other thing that I do, which you won't see me do on this one because I don't have the specialist force, but I always try to watch my back at the same time. Trying to get those specialist kills. But so the guys that are putting down that have the ability to put down the trip mines, or even other Call of Duties when you had claymores and you had the ability to set up the back, I always put stuff on the background just so that way I have somebody watching my back. You can't always depend on your teammates, because your teammates, you know, you got a lot of guys that run all over the place. So you're not always going to get those type of kills.
Yeah, like the electrical shock.
Take advantage of your specialist abilities. A lot of people forget about that. When I run Prophet, man, I'm throwing that thing out as much as possible because it gives you an idea where they're coming from, and then on top of that, it'll hold them steady for you too. So that's always nice. The other thing that a lot of people don't tend to do is you're going to have your games. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have lots of games where I'll run 10 kill streaks or higher number streaks. However, that's not the case all the time, especially because I play hardcore. I'm not always going to hit those 10 kills all the time. However, let me tell you, I'll hit those 6, 7 kills easily. And so what I do is I tend to run the lower kill streaks with like the care package, the UAV, and if you're running in engineer, then you can change your care package drops in case you get something you don't want. It's a lot faster, and I can go get 2 or 3 of these streaks in a game, and I get multiple kill streaks. Whereas one person, you know, if you get that one chopper, that's all you're good for. You know, that is what it is. Well, I'll be honest with you, this video is ending right here. You see, on this game, I actually went 28-17. I was doing a lot of running and gunning. You see, or 27-18. I didn't, do crazy. Well, I hope this helps give you guys some ideas.